It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A very big Game 5 is upon us here in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Joining me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Phoenix Suns here at their home. Well, for the Suns, they endured a punishing loss in Game 4, but they've put that one in the rear view and are approaching this game with a clear-headed determination. And facing elimination in front of their hometown fans, down 3-1 in the series. Kenny, how do they respond? How do they survive?
Oh, you don't think about it as Game 6 or Game 7. You just say, listen, today is a game, and I have to do my best. I have to play my hardest, and I have to give my all. And
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Western Conference NBA playoffs, round 1 continues. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been patient, they have endured, and they have prevailed. With a 3-1 series lead, their sights locked on one goal, one epic culmination of an entire NBA season. The Larry O'Brien Trophy could be theirs with just one more win against the Suns. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
2K Sports is proud to present to you Game 5 of this first-round Western Conference matchup. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns. Take a look at the Suns. Right now trailing 3-1. It's a must-win as they look to scratch their way back into the series.
Desperate with their backs against the walls. The last 4 games haven't gone to plan, but they still have a chance. A win here at home seems doable, and that would give them some life in this series.
Guys, we hear the phrase one game at a time. We say the phrase one game at a time, but that's real talk, folks. I mean, they'll overcome this mountain of a hurdle by slowing things down and not getting ahead of themselves. You only can play the game you're in. You can't play one out in the future.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Zach LaVine is out there with Thomas. And it's George in at the 3 spot. And it's the Suns with the ball. They are still stinging from the loss on Thursday.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Here's LaVine. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Booker outside. Butler in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Thomas a screen. George with the ball. Butler covering. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by George.
Yeah, nice unselfishness by George, zipping the ball to one of his guys as soon as he sees him open to get the shot off.
There's a screen by Williams. And Booker kicks to Russell. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
Good on the second free throw. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And Booker kicks to Williams. Butler on the way. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Booker, just 5 on the clock. Again, Phoenix.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Thomas from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Thomas got himself on the board with 3 there.
You see Towns setting the monster pick. I mean, as he's filled out, he's become a real hard guy to get around when he's screened.
Williams against Gibson. Russell left side. Williams sets a screen for Russell. Over George, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
So much confidence for a young player. Terrific move by Russell in traffic.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Thomas kicks to Towns. To the paint, here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Suns have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Chandler a screen. Russell kicks to Williams. Booker the pass to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Chandler a screen. Over in the corner, Williams. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Now Russell, after Zach LaVine missed from long range. Russell kicks to Williams. Booker in the corner. Chandler a screen. Booker against LaVine. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Timberwolves trail by 8. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. He talked to his players, talked about the opportunity to close things out. Even though they've controlled the series, things can turn around in a hurry, and he doesn't want them to forget that. In his mind, tonight is a winner-take-all situation. He hopes that mindset will rub off on the players. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And here's Booker after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Butler kicks to Russell. Back to Butler. Over Gibson. And Gibson sends it back.
And Gibson just out here to play hard defense, showing great awareness coming up there with that block.
George, no good.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
And Russell gets it to go. Timberwolves trail by 7. Towns the screen. Towns a screen on Butler. Butler against George. He dishes it to Towns. Over Chandler. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Andrew Bogut checked in for Tyson Chandler. Here is Russell. 7 points in the game. Kicks it to Booker. Screen by Bogut. Over in the corner, Williams. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. And that's now 6 points for Williams.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Gibson the screen. Outside for Thomas. Wide open look. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Thomas got 5 now.
And, you know, George is really good at making his teammates better with his passing. Pinpoint accuracy.
Booker outside. Pass to Russell. Screen by Bogut. The drive by Russell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Towns.
So going to the free throw line is Russell off a quick dribble drive.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. P.J. Tucker comes in for Taj Gibson. Gallinari, he's checked in for George. And Allen subbed in for Levine. Now here's Jang down low. Allen inside. He's guarded by Russell. That's good from Allen on the assist by Jang.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans would love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 5. Here's the screen. Jang with the screen for Thomas. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Solid screen. Jang quick to get in position. And, of course, he's got that big frame. Put it to good use there.
William.
Trying to take out Bogut's ACL. Little shit.
There's a screen. Booker against Allen. Here's Butler. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And Butler does a nice job using his body. I mean, especially when he's close to the basket, comfortable operating inside.
Now, here's Thomas. He's got 7. Jang with a screen on Butler. Gallinari attacking from 10 feet out. Here's Tucker. Rebound by the Suns.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Russell kicks to Booker. Back to Russell. The feed to Booker. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Timeout. Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
Some changes for Phoenix. Marquise Chris, he's checked in for Williams. Young comes in for Devin Booker. And Tony Parker subbed in for Russell. Now, here is Gallinari. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Feeds to Jang. 6 on the shot clock. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And, you know, Kevin, Gorgui Jang gets his shot from the mid-range just about any time he wants, and the percentages show. He's pretty effective with it.
There's the dish to Young. Screen by Bogut. Back to Butler. Passes it to Chris. He feeds it to Butler. Over Gallinari. That doesn't go either for Butler. Timberwolves trail by 10. It's Allen on the wing. Shoots the 3. And that's collected by Bogut.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want. An uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
Out to Chris. Pass to Parker. There's a screen by Chris. High arcing shot. And the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
Tucker dishes to Thomas. Jang with the screen for Thomas. Jang high post. Back to Thomas. Over Parker. Thomas, that's good. Thomas got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Parker passes to Butler. Screen by Bogut. And it's Chris in the corner. Here's a screen by Chris. From the high post. Not enough on that one as it misses. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. No one covering. 12 points for Isaiah Thomas.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
Now, here's Parker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Young. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Allen with it. Chang, a screen. Outside Thomas. Takes the 3. That shot misses.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen. Got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Phoenix. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much, because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
And we're back here at Game 5 with more action about to get underway. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Yep, firing with confidence and rhythm, Greg. I mean, not allowing the defense to take a break.
So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Gallinari. Thomas is out there with Allen. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Tucker in at the 3 spot. They get the rebound. Jang, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Jang's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Parker kicks to Young. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And one of the last things you want to do is foul Young. I mean, he's one of the game's better free throw shooters.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot around, because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
I'll tell you what, he's known for his antics, his sense of humor. Can kind of cut both ways for Young, though, over the course of his career.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Holiday's checked in. And so Young nails them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Outside Holiday. He kicks it to Tucker. From deep, Thomas. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Parker outside. Here's Chris. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Now here is Holiday. Over Booker. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Holiday.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Booker outside. There's a screen by Chris. Shoots off the screen, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And that's now 9 points for Devin Booker.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
The pass to Tucker. Chang, a screen. The three from Thomas. They get the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Paul George comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside, George. Towns, a screen on Young. Inside, and stolen by Chris. Now Parker, looking for his first basket still in this one. Booker dishes to Parker. Stolen by George. And now Minnesota on the fast break. George has got the ball.
Hey, it's one thing to have the physical attributes, the length, the athleticism, to play good defense. But the other part of it is the instincts. And George thinks and feels things defensively as well as anybody in the league. And really excellent instincts at that end of the floor.
Parker passes to Booker. Young from outside. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
LaVine kicks to George. Over Young. George, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Fires from the wing. Excellent D there from George. Timberwolves trail by 5. Gallinari dishes to LaVine. Towns, the screen. LaVine kicks to Towns. Right through the D for the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And now, here's Chris. This is to Parker. Young outside. Parker kicks to Chris. 5 to shoot. And here's Young from the arc. He can't get that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. To the paint. Towns against Chandler. And Gallinari kicks to Holiday. And stolen by Booker. And now the Suns, a fast break. Young's running. And again, it's the Suns missing. Young against George. He dishes it to LaVine. And Holiday has it in the corner. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Suns leading by 3. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Kicks it to LaVine. Here's Towns. And it comes off the front of the rim. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pass to Parker. Over LaVine. Parker's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Towns. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by LaVine. So for the Suns, Butler comes in for Nick Young. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Parker. And a change for the Timberwolves. Gibson's checked in. The Suns leading. Russell kicks to Booker. Screened by Russell. And there's the feed to Butler. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 6th assist on the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Levine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. Towns sets the pick for Holiday, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Russell kicks to Butler. Russell a screen on George. Chandler a screen. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. That doesn't go either for Butler.
And I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
Towns the screen. And here's George for 3. Hits it from three-point range. George has got it all tied up now for Minnesota.
Well, I think you have to crowd George's airspace beyond the arc. Can't give him any room back there. If you don't crowd him and invade his space, he's shooting it every time, and he's going to make most of it. You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
Outside, Levine. Towns a screen on Russell. Levine can't hit. Phoenix has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Phoenix making some changes. Andrew Bogut checked in for Chandler. Williams comes in for Marquise Chris. And Nick Young is subbed in for Booker. Allen's checked in for Minnesota. Now, here is Young. He has 7. Screen by Bogut. Here's Russell. Nice D from Levine. Minnesota's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Feeds it to Towns. The dish to George. It's tipped. Here's Levine. Again, Levine missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. It's good from long range.
And you know what? That's why you got to stay up on Butler. I mean, he's really good at stopping on a dime and pulling up for the shot.
Now here's Levine. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Young with the steal. And Towns gets it to go.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much.
Russell kicks to Young. Screen by Russell. Young passes to Butler. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Young for 2. He can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Allen. Levine kicks to Towns. Tries again, and the layup is good. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
And here's Russell. 9 points in the game so far. Nick Young on the wing. Baseline try. Another miss by Young.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Outside, Levine. Passes it to George. Out to the wing. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Chris, he's checked in for the Suns. Timberwolves also changing it up. Jang, he's checked in for Gibson. P.J. Tucker comes in for George. And Thomas subbed in for Allen.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Minnesota leading by 4. Here is Thomas. He's got 15. Towns sets the pick for Thomas. From deep. And Towns the bucket on the assist from Thomas. 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Williams.
Quick trigger off the catch and shoot. Towns giving the defense no time to react.
Screened by Russell. Butler kicks to Young. Over Levine. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Young's got 7 now in this quarter. Levine against Young. And Tucker kicks to Thomas. Taken away by Williams. 1:14 left to play here in the second quarter. Young against Levine. Picked by Williams. 6 to shoot. Young from outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
51 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Thomas dishes to Jang. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Towns controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
Defense has no answer for him. I mean, none. They look completely lost. He's been on fire.
Young passes to Williams. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Now here's Levine. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change.
And now look here, guys. I mean, Levine is a tough assignment. Don't make any mistakes about that. He's about 6'5" and has tremendous explosion off the floor.
Over in the corner, Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
And that'll do it for the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson with Kenny and guys for the Suns. They've been outplayed this series, currently desperate to keep their season alive, down 3-1. Tonight they're playing definitely with that sense of urgency that they need to, staying right in this game, hoping to force a Game 6. And that wraps up the halftime show.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. The Timberwolves shooting at 51%. Really solid. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Suns. Chandler out there with Williams. Then it's Russell. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Booker in at the shooting guard position. Well, Phoenix shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. George against Butler. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And, you know, that's Butler's bread and butter now. I mean, a superb mid-range shooter. The defense has to be better.
To the inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Booker with it. Now, Thomas defending. And Russell gets it to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Thomas off the pick. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Chandler. Phoenix leading by 5. Booker outside. Here's Russell. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Russell's got 14.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
George against Butler. Gibson setting the pick for George. Inside. Taken away by Williams. On the wing, Booker. Guarded by Levine. Here's Chandler. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Down low, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Thomas against Russell. Pass to George. Towns the screen. Towns a screen on Butler. Here's George. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. 11 points in the game.
Boy, George is excellent at getting busy from the in-between spots of the floor. Really fleshing out and balancing out, rounding out his offensive game.
Here's Williams. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota now the other way. And George kicks to Thomas. Levine wide open. Sinks the triple. Now just a 2-point Suns lead.
And I tell you what, Levine has a nice stroke from distance. He's got excellent lift into his shot motion, and he's got that nice high arcing, soft, kind of butterfly touch.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
To the inside. Here's Towns, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
One shot, gentlemen.
Suns have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Gibson against Butler, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And guys, I think Jimmy Butler has all the tools you could want in a two-way player. He's an excellent defender, and he also can score the ball from just about anywhere.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good. And so Butler nails both of them. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Levine. The 3 from George. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists now in this one. Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Russell dishes to Booker. Step back shot, and he hits the jump shot. Booker's got 11.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Towns sets the pick for Thomas. Nobody near George. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And, you know, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there.
Russell against Thomas. Russell passes to Chandler. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Williams. And it's off from 3-point range. Timberwolves trail by 3. Thomas kicks to Towns. Takes the 13-footer, and there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. Chris is checked in for Phoenix. And a change for the Timberwolves. Gallinari, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Suns leading by 3. Russell kicks to Chris. Screened by Russell. And there's the pass to Butler.
Oh,
it's hauled in by George.
Wide open, man.
George has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He feeds it to Gallinari. And stolen by Chris. Thomas against Russell. There's a screen by Chris. Russell with it. Now Thomas defending. And the Suns miss again. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Levine. Thomas kicks to Gallinari. Over Chris. Got a hand on it. Outside Russell. And it's Chris in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And the Suns lead by 6.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
Thomas against Russell. Upside Thomas. Outside George. Just 4 to shoot. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Suns leading by 6. Butler dishes to Booker. There's a screen by Chris. Stolen by Levine. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Levine's got 7.
Well, you can see the athleticism there. I mean, Levine able to stop, gather, and pop in one fluid motion. I know it looked easy, folks, but that's athleticism and giftedness right there.
And it's Russell in the corner. He kicks to Chandler. And that one drops for him. Chandler's got his first basket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Thomas, that's good.
Splendid release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Booker with it. 11 points in the game. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
Bean passes to Gallinari. That shot missing. Good D by Booker. Suns leading by 6. Russell kicks to Butler. There's a screen by Chris. Russell against Thomas. Back to Butler. The 3. That one, no good. Timberwolves have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. Shots good by Gibson.
Timeout. And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And the Suns call time here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
The Suns making a switch here. Bogut's checked in. Chang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. P.J. Tucker comes in for Levine. Booker left side. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. 16 points for Devin Booker.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
There's the pick. Thomas a screen. Dishes it to Tucker. Thomas down low. He's guarded by Booker.
Oh, yeah.
With that condor-like wingspan.
Yeah, that's real life. Yeah.
Suns lead by 5.
Yep.
Now here's Booker. He's got 16. Screen by Bogut. Bogut with a screen on George. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Russell. Thomas with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
And Booker kicks to Russell. Here's a screen by Chris. Booker in the corner. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And, you know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Williams, he's checked in for Phoenix. Young comes in for Booker. Gallinari on the wing. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And Thomas set a really nice screen that time.
Phoenix has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Screen by Russell. Young outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Thomas against Russell. Williams with the block. Chang against Young. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Williams can't hit. Minnesota's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Thomas, no good. The Suns leading. Russell dishes to Young. Pass to Williams. Screen by Young. Williams with the ball. George picks him up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On its way from Young for 2. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Well, he's a volume scorer with sometimes terrible shot selection. Young makes a good choice there.
Thomas kicks to Gallinari. He dishes it to Jang. They set the pick. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Again, Thomas missing.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Young passes to Williams. Back to Young. Here's Russell with a 3. Rebound, Minnesota. George has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Thomas has it in the corner. And stolen by Russell.
You don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last 3.
That's exactly what they should do. I mean, you don't want to give the opponent another possession here. Make sure you get the last one.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Chang, a screen from deep. Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by George. That's now 22 points for Isaiah Thomas. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Suns lead by 3. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
One shot, then when we make a miss.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Down low, it's Jang in town. Paul George is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Tucker in at the 3.
This kind of night for Young, he's looking like an all-star. He's got natural scoring ability to string together a lot of points. He's on his way right now.
Now Tucker, now the feed to Jang. Here's the dish to Thomas. Here's the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Thomas got 24 points.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And here's Booker. Feeds it to Young. Here's Parker. Over Thomas. And that one's good. Parker. And the Suns lead by 3.
And Parker in the pick and roll, he's as good as it gets.
Thomas a screen. Here's George. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Towns drops them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And Booker kicks to Young. Passes it to Parker. Screen by Bogut. And it's Chris in the corner. Off target from outside.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Right side, Thomas. And stolen by Chris. Here we go, all alone. Moving it up.
Oh, my God.
Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Outside, George. Towns kicks to Thomas. Towns, the screen. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on.
Parker with it. Now defended by Levine. And Booker kicks to Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Lobs it up for Levine.
Yeah.
The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And you know what, fellas? You got to really, really admire somebody with the confidence to even try a pass like that.
Chris, good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got assist number 8 now on the night. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Gibson. Back to Levine. The pass to Thomas. Off the pick. Offensive rebound. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 22 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Parker outside. He feeds it to Butler. Bogut with a screen on George. Butler kicks to Parker. His 3-pointers off the mark.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this poorly.
Dishes it to Thomas. And another 3 for Minnesota.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Suns trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Butler against George. Parker outside. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Chris. Butler in the corner. Back to Parker. Bogut sets a screen for Parker. Over Thomas. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And nobody puts a body on Bogut, and then he makes him pay the price.
Thomas against Parker. Thomas kicks to Towns. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist.
Why do you help?
Thomas got 6 assists now in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Parker with it. George picks him up. Parker dishes to Butler. Screen by Bogut. Lets it go from the wing. Butler, no good.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Towns, the screen. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Yeah, terrific scoring effort from Towns here tonight, Kevin. When he gets on a roll like this, very, very difficult to slow him down.
Screen by Parker. Bogut kicks to Parker. Pass to Chandler. Good ball movement here by the Suns. He dishes it to Parker. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Bogut.
And really aggressive inside. Bogut making a strong move.
Thomas kicks to Gibson. Towns the screen. The dish to Thomas. Hits the three-point bomb. Thomas got 18 points just in the second half.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Screen by Bogut. The drive by Booker. And Gibson over to help. Bogut. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, the clean roll, the great hands. Bogut is vicious on that play.
To the middle. Tips it.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
And the Suns call time here. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Isaiah Thomas.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And Greg, to play like he has under the most intense circumstances here in the playoffs makes it all the more remarkable. Williams, he's checked in for Phoenix. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Parker. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Earl Watson was talking about with his players, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
A nice shot by Booker.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Minnesota leading by 6. Outside Thomas. He kicks it to Towns. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. That's 28 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Williams kicks to Russell. The putback He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Watch out now when Butler gets rolling. He's super dangerous when he gets the hot hand.
Towns, the pass to George. Back to Towns. Kicks to Gibson. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Outside Butler. Chandler dishes to Russell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they'll keep possession.
Oh, my God. We're going Toronto Raptors.
Pick by Williams. Tries yet again. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, Butler's a physical guy. I like his physicality. Somebody who doesn't back down at all. And because of that, he's excellent at getting to the line.
Good on both.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's Towns. And he gets the bucket. Towns has got 18 points just in the second half.
Nice play inside. The refined footwork really separates Towns from most other young bigs.
Chandler a screen for 3. Booker. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 9 assists now tonight.
Please get a stop.
That's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more off the screen in that situation.
Here's Gibson. Chandler with the block.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
Russell with it. Here's the floater. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Free throw, no good for Chandler.
Yeah, is Chandler a difference maker defensively? The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Left side, Gibson over Williams. Gibson with another miss.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
The feed now to Towns. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Kevin, I like what Levine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
Now, here is Russell. Williams a screen. They double him with George. Baseline jumper. Williams' shot is off. Minnesota's gone to 3-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. And stolen by Booker. Fast break, here come the Suns. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
And Booker kicks to Chandler.
You got to do something.
Feeds it to Butler. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Thomas. And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game.
Tony Allen.
Now Allen. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. They had control the whole series. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first.